Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Aiden.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we are the Office Blokes.
We are.
The ever-expanding pool of Office Blokes.
Yeah.
It was becoming a bit too lady-heavy, wasn't it?
Yeah, heavy being the
Yeah, so we had to introduce another man back into the fold, so we become blokes again. Yeah. I know it's all about lady football, and that's the best thing in the world now. But we're gonna
Oh no!
In a minute,
Oh,
we're gonna
no.
get into the
Football started. It's already the exhibition match is kicked off. I'm ready. We're ready to go, and it's this weekend. It starts Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
I'm filming this on the Thursday, so we need to get it out before Friday.
It's fine. I'm sure
No
we
pressure,
can do
Dave.
that. I'm sure
And
we can do that.
You know,
Yeah, but before we get into that, one thing I want to say is we are getting dangerously close to 200,000 subs now, and we've decided that Office Bloke Mike isn't going to do it because he's disappeared and he's probably locked in a dungeon somewhere, but me and Office Bloke Daz are going to get the Office Bloke OB tattooed on us somewhere to celebrate 200,000 subs. So,
I've just got images of Office Bloke Mike sat in like an abandoned school, swinging like on a bound with his arms and his legs just swinging in a gimp suit with an orange in his mouth, just going.
It's just pretty normal, isn't it? Completely self-inflicted as well. No one else involved.
With a broom handle. I don't know.
No, Mike has left us for a while to start his OnlyFans channel, and
Yeah. He's up and running.
yeah,
He's doing Daniel Craig body doubles, isn't he?
yeah, deep fakes. But we're 200,000 subs when we get there. Me and Office Bloke Daz are going to get the OB tattoos. So if you've been watching us for ages and you do like us and you're not subscribed, which that is the case for a lot
Someone
of
said
you.
to me they've been unsubscribed without knowing.
Yeah.
They thought they were subscribed. They got into it and they've been unsubscribed.
Yeah, we didn't like them.
So just check
We
it.
didn't like their kind
Just
round
check
here.
it.
No, I think YouTube does do that systematically. If it thinks an account's dormant or
Yeah.
whatever, they do unsubscribe people from channels. I've been unsubscribed from channels that I've followed for years. So it's annoying, but just double check that you are subscribed, and then you can watch us get tattooed. So there you go. And we're scared of needles, aren't we? So it's going to be it's going to be an interesting one.
You're scared of needles?
Terrified.
I wouldn't have thought.
Anyway, so as Daz just alluded to, the Premier League is starting again this weekend.
Back in action. This is my life.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Me and Adi go to all the games. And it's we're out down in London on Sunday, is it?
Yeah.
9:00 start. Travel
West
down to London to go and see West Ham away.
Is that why you're off on Monday?
I'm not off Monday.
Are you not?
Oh no, I've got an appointment on Monday afternoon. But I don't take a day off for going to the football unless I get really in a condition, which I probably will be anyway. But I'll still be here Monday morning.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, you two are both City fans. I grew up a United fan, but I kind of dipped out the past couple of years. I've not been paying much attention. And should be interesting.
Yeah, this is just like a review or a preview, sorry, of what's going to, who people think they are.
Yeah.
Title favourites, relegation. My title favourite, obviously I can't go against my own team. Very hard to do, especially with us being favourites again.
Yeah.
So I think we're strong enough. We've strengthened over the summer. Brought in Erling Haaland, brought in Calvin Phillips, Ortega, the goalkeeper.
Do you think Liverpool are your biggest threat still?
Liverpool are a very, very good team, very well organised. But I think with the squad depth and the way they've been pressing for the last 2 or 3 seasons, they've lost Mane. And it's, for me, when you lose a player of that stature, Mane used to get 20 goals a season. And I think he's got 20 goals a season for the last 5 seasons, right?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I think
so
Salah has. I'm not sure Mane has
So
as well.
it's a lot of goals to try and sort of like replace.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. I'm not sure the guy's coming in is taking a bit of a punt on the new kid.
On Nunes, but I think Diaz was the one for Mane. That was the replacement for Mane.
Yeah, but it's whether he's got the same abilities. I like Jota that plays for Liverpool, very talented player. But for me, I think it's going to be City and Liverpool again. Chelsea going to be pushing.
I don't think so.
Thereabouts.
I think Chelsea will finish 5th or 6th.
Do you know the only thing with Chelsea that's kind of like, I'm watching from afar with Chelsea and I'm looking at it, and it's almost like this Todd Bowley's come in, the new owner. Abramovich is no longer part of it, and Abramovich threw a hell of a lot of money at Chelsea. Whatever Chelsea wanted, Abramovich got. It was his pet. It was his pet project. Put a lot of time and effort into it, and now it's coming where Bowley's come in, and it's kind of like, I want that player. Oh, I've heard he's good. I want that player.
I want the best players.
I want that player. I want that player. And anyone's coming available, Chelsea are jumping on that bandwagon to try and buy them.
Yeah.
It's as if they've got no strategy. They're just buying whoever's becoming available that other clubs want and just outbidding them.
It's not squad building, is it? It's
Not really.
just-
United did it, and United failed with it.
Yeah.
You know, United were going after everyone when they bought people like Fred and Maguire, people like that. They were just buying. They bought Sanchez.
Yeah.
You know, because City were after him, and City backed out and said too much. We don't want him, and it turned out to be a flop.
I think that was going on for a while, wasn't it? You go back to
Same.
people like
City's
Di
done that to
Maria.
United with a lot of players, though, haven't they?
Yeah,
Di Maria, Falcao.
yeah.
All
That's
all
it.
kind of that.
Ronaldo to an effect. You know, man's 37.
Yeah, no.
No.
I'm thinking he's just going to come in and save the day, but
Yeah.
there's obviously deeper problems in the dressing room than
Yeah.
he,
But
than he
it's
can
going to be.
fix.
I think it's going to be quite tight at the top. I think it won't be a runaway for one club, but I certainly think that it's going to be. I think it's going to be City, Liverpool, Tottenham are going to be definitely sniffing around again. Top four. Did Tottenham make top four? They did,
Yeah,
didn't they?
fourth.
Yeah,
Any wild cards? Anyone going to
Can't
do
see
well?
it.
Do you think?
I think Villa might sort of like be pushing. So I don't think they'd be pushing for there'd be no wild cards for the Championship.
I'm going to put a wild card out there, not to do well, but to do really bad. I think Brentford will finish bottom of the league.
Right.
I'm not sure about that, Ada. But again, my thing with Brentford is they've got a very good manager, Thomas Frank. He's very organised, very passionate. Been trying to get in the Premier League for many years. They've always been right on the periphery of losing in the playoffs or trying to get up. They got up, but they've lost Eriksen to United, who was a key instrumental player. I don't know who they brought in. I've not really kept up with who Brentford brought in.
I know they've brought in a left back called Aaron Hickey. He seems all right. That's about. They've brought in Keane Lewis Potter from Hull City, he's a great talent. Yeah.
But I think when you look at it, I think the teams that are coming up are going to struggle a little bit to sort of like maintain it. They always do. Teams that come up fresh from the Championship into the Premier League, because it's a big step to make. It's a humongous step, because the amount of money you need to spend and replenish your squad, because you need 20 odd players who are very, very good, you know, to stay in the Premier League. But I think Nottingham Forest, for me, bottom three is going to be Forest, Fulham, and Everton.
You disagree?
No, yeah, massively.
Fair enough.
Forest, Fulham, Everton for me.
I don't
going
think
down.
Forest or Fulham. I don't think any of them will go down. For me, I think it's Brentford, Leeds.
Leeds have gone down, haven't they?
No,
Oh, they still in the Premier League?
Yeah.
I thought they went down last season.
Well, should we see what they think?
Yeah.
Because this is going to be who are the favourites and who has relegation worries. So I guess we'll get into it, and it's a mini podcast, this one already, isn't it?
It is.
So let's do it.
City now have the look of a complete side. We desperately need a left back.
I know.
So we don't have a recognised left back in the squad.
That Cucurella's like, I saw last night that he was meant to go to Chelsea, but then Brighton came out and said it's fake news.
Well, Brighton came out and said they said to City, we want 50 million to buy him. City went, no, it's too expensive, we'll give you 30 million. So they said, no, we want 50. So he said, all right, we'll give you 40 then. They went, no, we want 50. So he said, no, we're going to back out then. And he went, okay. And Chelsea come in and went, we'll give you 50 million. He went, no, we want 55 million.
Wow.
I just wanted to put in there, Bournemouth are definitely going down, by the way. That's my last team. They're probably going to finish bottom of the league.
Well, that'll be the three that come up then for me. If you would go with Bournemouth, Fulham, and
Notts
Forest, they came up.
Got Lingard there.
That's what I'm thinking of going down.
What do you think actually is the problem at United? In 5 words.
No, I mean, the idea was to turn this into a bit of a podcast type sort of discussion because it's there for discussion. But what you've got there with United, Paul Pogba got brought back to the club for 100 million quid a few years ago. He's gone again now, and he's a very talented player when he wants to be. Just doesn't seem to be. They keep saying that's the Paul Pogba we all should be seeing when he does one good pass, and that's it for the season. He does it for one game, and that's it. He's non-existent in all the other games. And again, United haven't built a squad. No. They've not gone out and gone for a full squad with players that. One thing we look at the whole psychology at City of a player all the way through to his grandparents. So even beyond, and what sort of upbringing they had, what lifestyle they lead, what the background. We do a whole background. I'm sure United do the same, but sometimes you have to sort of like look beyond that and say we need that player.
Yeah,
that's the player we want. We'll mould him into being one of our players. So Jack Grealish is probably a good example of what we did at City. We needed someone for that position. Grealish was English, which is what you need as well now. Obviously, we're out of the EU. You can only have so many foreign players. You have to have a certain amount of homegrown players, what they're called.
Right.
So we've got that with people. People who are foreign, like Nathan Ake, for example, qualifies as a homegrown player because he came through the
Chelsea Academy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So they qualify as a homegrown, but United they've weakened the team. United, and they've signed Martinez, who's a centre half, which gives you a massive variety of centre halves now at United, and they signed Eriksen on a free transfer. Now Eriksen's Premier League proven because he did it with Spurs. He's done it, but he's just fresh off a heart attack.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So who knows what? The guy's obviously going to perform because he did it for Brentford. Whether he can perform week in week out, I don't know. Whether he'll be playing week in week out because he's a very similar player to Fernandes that United have got. But United, just for me, they haven't got like the banking on this manager making wholesale changes to people that are already there, and that's what that they put all that into that.
Do you think it's that ingrained already that people just either aren't getting on, or there's a team of prima donnas where?
Yeah, because you've got them people. I mean, you got rid of Lingard. He's obviously a pain in the arse. Then Pogba's another pain in the arse. They seem to spend more time dancing and working on the celebrations and being a dickhead than they was at the football on the training pitch.
You can see where someone like Pogba gets signed for crazy money and is getting paid tons more than people who've been there for years who actually put a shift in but aren't maybe as talented as he is. And then people will be like, well, why should I? Yeah, why should I do it? And I think that's happened with a few players, hasn't it? That are overpaid. And it's
I'm not sure.
People
I'm not sure Pogba's probably in that. Pogba demands or commands, let's say, a big salary because he's a big name.
Yeah.
And what he is, he's got that. He's a World Cup winner. He's got that influence of selling shirts. He's a brand in himself, and that's what he's done. Same as Ronaldo. Ronaldo brought Ronaldo back as a brand. When you got people who are coming in like Jadon Sancho, thinking they're Lionel Messi. And really, mate, you're more like fucking Lionel Blair. The way you prance around thinking your shit don't stink when...
Yeah.
Mate, just get on with the game first. Do what you perform on the field, then come off it and then start giving it the big one. Don't give it a big one, then go on and be shit. Because that annoys the fans.
Do you think City have got just a more professional operation and like a more professional sort of dressing room and
100%.
Things are just the way they should be? Because it seems like everything's in order. It does. Got a good manager.
Pep's just he's the same as Klopp. Klopp's the same. He commands the respect that you want from the players. And United have had that. When Solskjaer was at United, he was just one of the lads.
Yeah.
He was a player. He was almost going in the changing room and the locker room, just sort of being one of them.
Yeah.
And players were doing all, the fitness levels were down, everything was down. This guy's come in, and he's not Premier League proven, but he's done well with Ajax. And he's from backroom staff with Pep. He's trained with me, grew up with Pep sort of thing. So he's got the ability. Whether he can use that ability to transform it into the Premier League. Premier League's intense. People don't know what it's. If you're not familiar with the Premier League, watching it week in week out. I mean, you see the managers complaining too many games, mate. Before you took the job, them games have been being played for the last 20 years at this same level. And Klopp was moaning the other day about the Charity Shield or the Community Shield. It's been played like that for 114 years, mate. You're not going to change it. You must have known that when you accepted the job.
Yeah.
And it was the same last year and the year before and the year before and the year before. And people just keep these managers coming who are foreign complaining about the schedule. But the schedule's always been there. It's the same Christmas, Boxing Day. They play all over Christmas. Play 3 games in a period of 3 days. Something like 4 days, whatever it is, over Christmas. Can't complain. It's been like that since I was a kid. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I think United have got a lot more to do than just... If they think that by signing these 2 players and bringing Ten Hag in is going to bridge that gap between Liverpool and City, when we finished 20 odd points above United last season, there's no chance. Whoever's writing that's dreaming.
Yeah.
United
top
haven't-
two.
I can't remember the last time United finished above City.
No, they've not finished above City since 2013.
There you go. It's 10 years almost. But it's a bigger problem at United than just bringing in a manager to try and work with the players they've got.
It's been a big problem for years, hasn't it?
Yeah. Since Ferguson left.
Well, if you look at, I think Mourinho had one of the best records, didn't he? As the recent United managers,
Moyes.
and he was thrown under the bus.
Moyes.
Well,
He had a
yeah.
good record. He had a better record than Solskjaer. Thrown under the bus.
I think if Moyes came in now and did what he did then, he'd probably be a hero.
I think my big
But it's
problem-
because he followed Fergie, and it was a big drop
Oh,
off.
yeah. You know, I mean, to follow Fergie, that's like, he's probably the greatest manager that's ever managed in the Premier League. But it's what you've got there with United. You've still got a lot of backroom people that are hangers-on, that are like a cancer in the club, and they need to wash them out. They need to say, you know what, stay away from the club for a bit.
Drain the swamp.
Yeah, drain the swamp, as they say. Yeah. And that's exactly what we call it, the swamp.
Fair enough.
Why did they show Forest manager when they were talking about Newcastle?
That's what I was just going to say. That's why I give it a bit of a weird look.
I thought it was Elon Musk.
It's Gary Cooper. Is it Gary Cooper?
Steve Cooper.
Steve Cooper. Yeah. I
To,
think Jesse Marsh might just. I think he might be in over his head a little bit with Leeds. For some reason, I thought Leeds went down.
No, they survived in the last day, didn't they?
Yes.
Burnley went down instead.
Speaking of Leeds, and it's not football related, guess who was in Leeds yesterday?
Guess who I saw last night, by the way?
Go on.
You never guess who walked past the bar last night when I was in. But go on, answer your question first. Who was in Leeds yesterday?
Andrew Schultz.
You're joking?
No. I went on his Instagram story, and he's literally like, he flew into Manchester, and instantly I'm going, what the fuck? It's him at Manchester Airport, and then it's him on the motorway driving to Leeds.
What's he doing in Leeds?
I don't know. He didn't say. But I'm like, why the fuck have you gone to Leeds? He should have come here to the studio.
So I'm sat in a bar last night, and it was a grand opening of a bar we got invited to, and I'm sat with my mate. My mate sort of like stops as mid sentence. He just stops and he's looking like out the window. So I like looked to see what he's looking at, and then I went, and I looked at my mate, and I went, and he went, "Did you see it?" And I went, "Was that Ronaldo?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, he walked past with his missus. His arm around his missus, just walked past the window.
What, in Lim?
I think it was Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say Office Bloke Mike.
No,
Walking past it. There he is.
Yeah, I've chased him. Both of these are in above the head. Just now.
But Frank Lampard's the worst manager in the league, I think.
I think I was trying to get a bet on him the other day to be the first one to get sacked, but I couldn't find any odds. So I have to write to William Hill and ask him what he can give me.
It's a good shout. No, I think that second season syndrome is going to hit Brentford.
I'm not sure. They finished top 10 then last season.
No, they finished 14th, 15th.
14. I thought they were in the top 10. But it's I think Brentford will be all right, because I think these teams are a lot worse than them, and that even includes Leeds and Everton. Everton are severely weakened. They had to get rid of players because they were in a financial problem.
Yeah, they almost got relegated last season, and now they've lost their best player that was getting them all the goals,
and they've replaced him with someone who's got no goals and one assist,
and got relegated instead of them.
Relegated himself. Yeah.
They've brought in Dwight McNeil. Last season he played 38 games, scored 0 goals, got 1 assist.
I know. I got more than that from the stands. Not even on a squad.
Yeah, I wish I had more time to actually watch games. I used to love going to the pub and watching the games, but with young kids and stuff like that, it's just, unless I paid for Sky and stuff at home, which I'm not going to do just for the football. Really, I'm not that crazy about it. I just like the atmosphere of going to the pub and watching games. That's what I always enjoyed.
Over the weekend now, football will be on in our house pretty much every day of the week, and so unless we go to the game, and then it's which we do, and then when we get back, we'll watch the replay and watch Match of the Day.
I used to do
Then we'll
that.
watch
though.
match of the day
You
again
have to-
because we can't remember what happened on match of the day. You had too much to drink.
Oh yeah, definitely. You definitely have to watch match of the day if you go to the game because you sometimes half the goals I see at live games I don't even see.
No. But it's the benefit of going to a live match is the atmosphere, and you can't beat. There's nothing in the world that beats an away match.
Oh yeah, I know.
Right.
I've
The
never been
atmosphere,
to an away match.
The travel down, the atmosphere, the banter on the bus, the name calling. You called every name you can think of, even before we get on the motorway, right? Before we get on the M6.
Yeah.
Stella's at 7 a.m.
Yeah, that's it. It's even what are the shots called we do? The Jaeger bombs.
Yeah.
Jaeger bombs at 6 a.m. sometimes. It depends on what time we're kicking off and where we're going. But it's just the actual banter and the camaraderie we have of going down. Everyone's a C, everyone's a chunt.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
before we even get on the bus, hey, that's my seat, you chunt. Move, shut up, you chunt. And that's just before we even move anywhere.
Your bonds.
Yeah.
And your chum.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They're all out straight out in the open, straight off the bat.
Yeah.
But it's now the game's back. It's proper football season now, and then you've got the World Cup this year as well. So it's that's going to interrupt the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, at the World Cup though, we are going to do a live watch along of the United, the England America game, aren't we?
We'll probably do watch along for a lot of the World Cup because I'll be here, and as you know, we're setting up the studio in the other room to sort of to get into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But what we'll do as well is we'll probably do. Mike and I used to do a podcast, if you remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't great, but it's it's people.
Some
still
people
watch it.
really enjoyed
Yeah.
that though. There was a lot of good feedback about that.
So we might sort of start that again. Now it's now the football season's back in the swing of it.
So
This could be the intro video.
It'll just be you sat there just talking about football,
Mike gagged under the table still.
gagging under the table. You mean?
Yeah. Swallow it.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, it's let us know what your team is in the comments below. Let us know who you think will win the league. Top 4, bottom 3. And if you want to go really deep into it, let us know who you think might come up from the Championship next season. It's,
Any bold shouts for that?
for the Championship? Burnley.
See the Vincent Kompany's doing well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got off to a decent start.
Played well against Huddersfield.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be Burnley and Norwich, isn't it?
Burnley, Norwich. Norwich will
Sadly.
probably piss it by 10 points.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, but it's it's the Premier League's everything. And if you don't follow us on Instagram, get on Instagram. Office Bloke Daz, Office Bloke Dave,
Aidan Ball _.
and I think you'll definitely get footage of us down at the game this weekend on Sunday. At the what's that? I don't even know what West Ham Stadium's called now.
London Stadium.
London Stadium. Yeah, I've been there a bunch of times. I can't remember what it's called. We can even have a go at that slide they've got outside.
Oh yeah.
that frame they've got outside.
Yeah,
We go on
definitely do
slide.
that.
Yeah.
Definitely do
Well,
that.
it depends what time. You don't know what's going to happen. No, we'll leave it at 9. We'll be pissed by 11.
Yep.
We'll probably arrive about 12 down in London, straight into the pub. And then we'll be moaning we have to go to the ground about 3:30, contemplate watching it on the TV instead in the pub, right? Rather than going to the game. Then we'll go to the game. Then we'll need a piss, miss the kickoff, right?
And then we'll go back in for a pint
Then we'll
early
go
at
back in
half
for
time, and then
for
we'll
a
come
pint.
out at like 60 minutes.
Yeah, we'll probably watch about 22 minutes of the game, and then watch it on Match of the Day when we get home.
That's me every time I go to a gig. Where at the beginning I'm in the pub having fun, and it's like I'll go early and watch all the bands. I can miss the first support band. I don't need to watch the second support band, and then you roll in 10 minutes after the headliner starts that you paid loads of money to go and see.
Yeah.
He's just having a laugh in the pub instead.
That's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
Yeah.
But it's back on, and we're back in action. Get on Instagram, follow us down there, and watch our journey in the Premier League this season. We'll catch you later.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.